Hello, good afternoon. How's everybody doing? This is the first episode of Capping the Cup. We are going to be doing this weekly, every Saturday. We may get a couple episodes, may have to come out on a Thursday or a Friday, but our goal here really is just to build upon the algorithm we used last year. My name is Matt Smedley. As you can see, I'm a diehard NASCAR fan. My first race was actually Jimmy Johnson's last win, Dover 2017. I had been a casual fan, always catch Daytona, Talladega, and Crown Jewel races, really since the early days of Jeff as a kid. Actually, my aunt and my uncle had gone to a track in Pocono, actually, and brought me back some Rusty Wallace stuff. And so I started flicking it on. I saw the rainbow car and saw Jeff winning on a weekly basis. And so started following Jeff, obviously, when he left the sport, moved it over to Chase, still the 24. And then when Chase obviously went to the 9, I was stuck with it, gratefully so. Loved the championship, loved Hendrick going back to back. But I can tell you I'm not going to include any of that bias as I make my picks. I don't do that. I have a system here, an algorithm that I use. And I just want to see if we can refine it and go get some wins this year. So, where to start? Where to begin? I got my lovely fiance Maren here. We're going to have a little competition ourselves. She does no capping. She just is kind of a peripheral, casual. Sometimes she's in the room when the race is on. So we're going to go head to head this season and see if she can beat me with the algorithm or if I can beat her. But I will say that, occasionally I may put out some truck picks, some Xfinity picks. I don't actually cap the races. Those picks are really based on feel. But I will be putting out cup picks weekly, and I'll be placing bets on all of those picks myself. So if I win, you win. If I lose, you lose. And hopefully it's not much of that. A lot of new teams, a lot of new drivers, this year in different places, but we took a hard look at the practices. We took a look at a lot of the next gen testing, and I gotta say, I'll be posting three picks that I think can be winners, and then 2 additional picks that I think can win that have great value. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'll give you my breakdown of who my top 3 guys are, and one of them may come is a bit of a shock. He's a newcomer, but I really like Harrison Burton in this race. And the reason why is if you look at his past record in Xfinity, if you look at the way he's had speed, now he's in the Penske affiliate. The Fords have looked great. It would not shock me at all to see a Ford win this race, given the way that they looked in the duels and everything like that. But Harrison was a guy who ranked very highly for me in the algorithm, and so I gotta say I'm going to be putting some shekels on him for sure tomorrow. And the other 2 that check out, Denny Hamlin. Do I think he can become a 4-time winner? I mean, the guy just knows when to get out of it. Denny ranked very highly. He was actually the second highest rated driver in the algorithm, and so I mean, I'd be a fool to not take the top 3 that came back, which does round out with the 9 car. I know I said I wasn't going to be biased. I promise you that it is not a biased pick. I am worried about the Chevy's ability to stay in the draft. It seems like that you've seen all week long that last car, if you fall off and, you get separated. They talk about the front end bumper. So, I mean, I placed the 9 bet with caution, but he's been close. And again, I'm just going off. This is what the math tells me this week. 2 guys who I've got is high value picks. I'm going to go with the 2, Austin Cindric. I brought up the point about the Fords. I think that he's going to be strong in that 2 car. And, it's crazy for me to say this, but I really think McDowell, I'm just looking at the speed. McDowell has consistently been your number 1 guy speed-wise the entire week. And so I think another high value pick, McDowell, plus 3,200. I'm looking here. I've seen him as high as plus 4,000 in some books. Cindric's plus 3,100 in where I pulled. And then, Harrison, he just ranks so highly at 5,500. I might be getting the Brinks truck out for that one because that would be a really, really great payout. So those are my 3 picks along with my 2 value picks. Maren, without any capping, who's the 3 that you got?
So to reiterate, I don't really watch NASCAR. I just am in the room when it happens. So my picks are purely based on vibe. And my vibe is giving me, because I don't read these numbers. So so Denny Hamlin, good guess. Logano, because he won. Didn't he? Already in Daytona? Or were they just tossing his name out there? I don't know. So Hamlin.
Joey Logano, I believe, has won in Daytona, yes.
So Hamlin, Logano, and let me just throw a big ol' wrench somewhere, because my favorite thing to do is throw wrenches around, kind of like what they do in NASCAR. I assume, and I'm gonna go with Larson.
The defending champ. I'm glad you actually brought up Kyle Larson. One point I'm going to make about him. Kyle Larson scored highly in the model, of course. I probably will be putting Kyle Larson in on a weekly basis, along with Ty Gibbs in the Xfinity Series. It's about to come on here in another 40 minutes or so. I just think if you ride Larson and Gibbs all season, you are going to make money. So you may not get a lot of Larson picks out of me in my post in the caps because I'm already going to be on the guy. I don't see him changing much from what we saw last year. I would be weary of Stuart Haas a little bit. I'm concerned for them. RFK, on the other hand, with the sweep, is a team to keep an eye on. I think you need to keep an eye on Trackhouse. I love Suarez and Chastain. That's going to be a fun team to root for. And Colleague. I mean, Colleague's just been storming through the multiple series. So I'd keep an eye on the new teams for sure. Gibbs is going to be there. It'd be interesting to see if 18 can get it out there. I know he doesn't have that win. He's been coveting that. But I'd be shortchanging you if I didn't give you my top 3 from the algo, which I've done. And then you have Maren's unbiased peripheral 3 of Denny, Logano, and Larson. So that's it. Those are the picks for this week. I hope everybody has a great Daytona tomorrow. It's the best day of the year. And good luck to everybody. Hopefully we can walk away with some dollars on the other side of it.